There. I'm going to take a look at Strike Brewing Company's Rally Hat Pale Ale at 5% alcohol by volume. And this is out of my home tap machine. Nice fresh pour. This beer is very heady. This is a couple of beers in, and it always pours super heady. I usually actually stop pouring about here and let the head dissipate a little bit so I can get a full glass. But all right, let's go ahead and take a look at this beer. This has a really nice fruity, like passion fruit fruitiness to it. Maybe even like guava. It's very juicy. It's actually making me drool just thinking about it. Um, and a nice kind of thick, creamy head. It holds head pretty well. And I don't know if you can see without my pouring it on my computer. It's a nice kind of rocky, creamy head, which is it makes this look even more delicious. It's a nice, beautiful kind of pale gold color. And I don't think that it's very hazy. Maybe a little hazy. But also this glass has condensated a little bit. Okay. Nice smell. All right, let's take a drink. This is a nice beer. Pale ales to me are always a very interesting style of beer. I feel like they have the same amount of hops that an IPA would have, but not necessarily the maltiness that backs it up, or the alcohol content per se, or the kind of thicker body mouthfeel. And so it just becomes like a very kind of thin, lower alcohol content IPA, which is an interesting drink to me. Depending on the hop contents, I can appreciate it. This beer is interestingly tropical and fruity, and so the aroma is really quite pleasing. I get a lot of like juicy hops out of it, a nice kind of bitter long finish, and the finish kind of ends in a way that's not taste as much as like a sensation in my jaw, and also I'm like making me come back from this cold, so it could be that I can't taste this beer very well, but it really is like a bitter kind of almost sour sensation I'm getting. I eat a lot of sour candy, and I can always feel it in my jaw. It reminds me of that. Very drinkable beer, though. It does have a little bit of a kind of creamy head texture to it, which is a really nice combination with the aggressive hopping. It's definitely a hop-forward beer. And as I'm talking, all of the hop flavor on my tongue really comes back to drooling. Very juicy beer, and it's delicious. So I like that this beer is called Rally Hat. In baseball they have rally towels or rally monkeys or whatever. And Strike Brewing Company is like, oh, we totally know Rally Hat beer. Because that's super important. So we ended up with this beer. It's very delicious, very drinkable. Go find them. They are served. They serve Strike Brewing at the Oakland Coliseum where the A's play, and so I guess it's going to be baseball season soon. I don't actually know when baseball starts, but I do vaguely know that it's a summer sport, so anytime now, right? Because what is it, March 17th? So we're coming up on that, I guess. Yeah, so I'm glad that they have this beer at the Oakland Coliseum. It's really a nice alternative to the traditional beers that are served at ballparks, and it's been enjoyable every time. So great beers coming out of Strike Brewing Company. And so again, this was a look at Rally Hat Pale Ale, 5% alcohol by volume, out of my Hopsy home tap machine. Gosh, I still call it a home tap. I think they call it the sub now, but I can't break myself of that habit. It comes in 2 little bottles, which are always really great. You get a fresh draft pour each time. Really my preferred way of drinking beer at this point. Nice beer. So there you go. If you're looking for a really nice tropical, heavy hitter, heavy hop hitter type of a beer, but that is drinkable and maybe lower alcohol content, I think that this is a good beer for you. Everything I've had from Strike I've enjoyed, which is always nice to say about a brewing company. I think I have one more Torp in the refrigerator, so I'll take a look at what I believe is a Hell's Lager. So you'll see that coming up here in just a couple of days when I swap out my swap out my Torp when this one is done. So cool. If this is beer that you've had, share with me. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.